Hi there, it's me, Hitomi. Yes, I'm back again after quite some time. And guys, only a few more subs and we finally reached 500 subscribers. This might seem like nothing for others, but for me it's a great milestone of creating videos since over 6 years in total. Thank you for all of your support. Alright, what did I prepare for you guys this time? Well, do you remember my Data Life Versus series which Miwai moderated? Today I continue my video series with Tohka Yatagami versus Akame from Akame Ga Kill. And before we start, Miwai, if you're watching this, then thank you so much for setting up this video series. Okay then, without any further ado, let's go! To be able to analyze a potential winner in here, we first have to take a look at the abilities of our fighters, starting with Tohka. Tohka is a spirit with immense destructive power. She wields Sandalphon, an angel, and two-handed sword which she can use one-handed as well. Furthermore, she has the ability to morph Sandalphon into Halvan Halef. Halvan Halef is basically Sandalphon but immensely boosted in power, impact, and damage. Tohka also can use energy orbs which destroy anything that they are coming in contact with. Okay, these were all abilities from Tohka. And yes, I on purpose didn't include the Mayuri Judgment form since, well, this was just a temporary boost which she can't call forth by herself. And I also didn't include her inverse mixture state, etc., since this would just explode the duration of the video. Alright, and now we go to Akame's abilities. Akame wields Muasame, an imperial relic from a long ago era. Akame's most well-known and used technique is the one-hit kill, since her Muasame has the unique ability to kill every enemy it stands up against. Even the tiniest slice of the sword can kill a target in seconds. And if the target doesn't die instantly, then Muasame sends a very strong poison into the victim's body, which kills the victim after mere seconds. Furthermore, Akame is very agile and inhumanly fast and quick. What also makes her a potential winner in this fight is the fact that she fights and aims to kill without letting her own personal emotions interfere. And not to forget, she also has her trump card, which gives her a massive boost in speed, power, and strength, which visualizes through marks on her skin and her back eye coloring black. And now let's go to the fun part, the fight itself. First, let's go over the obvious things. Akame is maybe very agile and extremely fast, but her Muasame has a weakness. The one-hit kill can only affect biological organisms and doesn't work on armors or other non-biological objects or metal. We also do know that Muasame can cut through everything, as we were shown in the fight with Tatsumi against Dr. Stylish. This pretty much means that no matter how you look at it, Akame would have no choice but to fight in disadvantage against Tohka, because Tohka wields a full body armor. And even if Tohka would fight in only her half spirit form, she still would have Sandalphon, which is very broad and doesn't leave a lot of openings for the opponent to strike. But Akame would still find a way to at least aim for the one-hit kill against Tohka. Tohka's armor is very robust, that's true, but it's not covering her body fully. Like the area around Tohka's belly is pretty much on the open, unprotected. And if we wanna be very specific, then in theory, Akame could also aim for Tohka's hair, since her hair are part of her body, or in other words, biological organisms. So this would mean that Akame constantly has to be on her feet and designing a strategy to hit Tohka's Sandalphon so hard that Tohka loses her grip on it and falls over. Once Akame does this, Tohka would be massively on the back foot and in high danger of getting killed instantly. But even without Sandalphon, Tohka could still make use of her destructive energy and pelt destruction orbs towards Akame, what would lead to Akame needing to win some distance so she could at least dodge the orbs. This would give Tohka enough time to get her Sandalphon back in hand and continue fighting seriously. At this point, I think that both would realize that if they aren't going all out, then neither of them is going out victorious. So Akame activates her trump card and Tohka morphs Sandalphon into Halvan Halov. Now it gets, well, a little bit absurd, since both here are on a level no one really wants to power scale. Due to Akame's now inhuman speed and impact, Tohka would have no other choice but to fight out of distance with Halvan Halov's shock waves. And I'm to 100% sure that Akame with her speed can easily dodge those shock waves. But as far as we saw it in the anime, her trump card doesn't give her the ability to fly. Which means to reach Tohka from the ground, she has to fight against her in an area surrounded by a lot of buildings, ruins, etc. Since she could use her speed and agility to jump and dodge her way up to Tohka. If there aren't any ruins, buildings whatsoever, then Akame would have a very hard time fighting against Tohka properly. But Tohka's Halvan Halov can't last forever, which means after some time it would morph back to Sandalphon, and Sandalphon's shockwaves are surely not as strong as Halvan Halov. Not to mention that Sandalphon probably doesn't have such an enormous long range. From this on out, Tohka has to come back down to fight Akame at close range. At this point, both are already at their limits of power and energy. The climax of the fight will probably result in both looking for every single tiny opening of the other, and all honestly, I personally think that Akame even would win, since Akame's Murasane has one big advantage here. It's a physical object, which was crafted in the real world, so it doesn't disappear or anything like Tohka's Sandalphon when she's exhausted all of her energy. Yep, so in short, in a fight between those two, I think that Akame would go out victorious. Phew! That was one tough video to make, not to mention all the bloopers that I cut it out. Oh my dear god, please don't ask me to upload that. Since she could use her speed and agility, since she could use her speed and agility, since she could use her speed and agility, since she could use her speed and agility to...
Komm jetzt, Alter, verdammte Scheiße nochmal, ich kann ja nicht einmal einen Satz gescheit aussprechen, Alter, das kann so nicht sein, erst.
And also, keep in mind that this was just my interpretation of these two characters fighting, and you, of course, can have a different opinion on who truly would win. Either way, if you disagree or agree with me, I'd love to read your opinion on this topic in the comments down below, and with that being said, I'm out, till next time!